Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that your entire country, your home, your history, your traditions, your schools, your places of worship, was about to vanish, not in a war, not in a natural disaster, but slowly, silently, under the rising ocean. This isn't science fiction. This isn't a future scenario centuries away. It is happening right now. And the place at the center of this heartbreaking story is Tuvalu, one of the smallest and most vulnerable nations on Earth. Scientists warn that within this century, Tuvalu could disappear entirely beneath the sea, erasing an entire nation from the world map. But how did we get here? What does it mean for the people of Tuvalu? And could Tuvalu's fate be a warning sign for the rest of us? Let's dive into the extraordinary story of Tuvalu, the country that may vanish forever. Chapter 1: A nation you've probably never heard of. Tuvalu is a tiny island nation in the Pacific Ocean, located halfway between Australia and Hawaii. It's one of the world's smallest countries, with a population of just about 11,000 people. To put that into perspective, some high schools in major cities have more students than the entire population of Tuvalu. It consists of 9 low-lying atolls and islands, with the highest point only about 4.5 meters, 15 feet, above sea level. That makes Tuvalu extremely vulnerable to even small changes in sea level. The islands are stunningly beautiful. Imagine crystal clear turquoise waters, white sandy beaches, palm trees swaying in the wind, and colorful coral reefs. It's the kind of place you'd expect to see on a postcard. But behind the beauty lies a terrifying reality. Tuvalu is on the front line of climate change. Chapter 2: The slow drowning of a nation. The biggest threat to Tuvalu is rising sea levels caused by climate change. As global temperatures rise, glacier and ice sheets in places like Greenland and Antarctica melt into the oceans. Warmer water also expands, further increasing sea levels. Scientists estimate that global sea levels could rise by 1 meter or more by the year 2100. For most countries, that's a serious concern. For Tuvalu, it's an existential crisis. Flooding has already become a normal part of life. Tuvaluans experience what they call king tides, extreme high tides that flood homes, contaminate drinking water, and destroy crops. Saltwater intrusion makes farming nearly impossible, forcing the country to rely heavily on imported food. Roads, schools, hospitals, and homes are regularly damaged by floods. The government has even moved important offices inland, away from the coast, though inland in Tuvalu usually means just a few hundred meters away from the beach. For Tuvaluans, the ocean is no longer just a source of fish and beauty. It is a daily threat. Chapter 3: The disappearing land. Satellite images taken over the years show something frightening. Tuvalu is shrinking. Some parts of the islands have already been swallowed by the sea. Erosion eats away at the beaches, while storms wash sand and soil into the ocean. The United Nations has warned that Tuvalu could become uninhabitable within the next 30 to 50 years. Not because the entire land will be instantly submerged, but because rising seas will make life impossible. Imagine living in a place where your water is salty, your food can't grow, your home is constantly flooded, and every year storms get stronger. That's the reality facing Tuvalu. Chapter 4: Life in Tuvalu today. Despite the looming threat, life in Tuvalu continues. Children go to school, families gather for celebrations, and fishermen head out to sea each morning. But there's a shadow hanging over everything: the uncertainty of the future. Tuvaluans have a deep cultural and spiritual connection to their land. Their traditions, songs, and dances are tied to the islands, to the ocean, to the palm trees, and to the coral reefs. Losing Tuvalu isn't just about losing a piece of land, it's about losing an entire culture, a heritage that cannot be relocated. Many Tuvaluans already face the painful decision of whether to stay and fight for their home or leave and start over in a foreign land. Chapter 5: A country without land? Here's the shocking part: Tuvalu might soon become the first country in history to exist without physical territory. The government of Tuvalu has already started preparing for this unimaginable future. They are working on creating a digital version of the nation, preserving its culture, laws, and history online in what some call a metaverse country. In 2021, Tuvalu's Minister of Justice, Simon Kofe, gave a speech to the United Nations standing knee-deep in seawater, to show the world what his country is facing. His message was clear: if Tuvalu disappears, the people still want recognition as a nation, even if they live in exile. Other countries, like Fiji and New Zealand, have offered to take in Tuvaluans as climate refugees. But here's the painful question: if Tuvaluans leave Tuvalu, does Tuvalu as a nation still exist?
Thanks for watching. and subscribe for the more video.